Hey guys, what's up? This is the Freemasons' ultimate plan. Now, Christianity created and controls Freemasonry. Specifically, the Jesuits of the Catholic Church created Freemasonry. So the Catholic Church controls Freemasonry, although they pretend to be enemies, but they're not. So the Catholic Church is the boss. The Christians play the good guys and the Freemasons play the bad guys. They play both sides of the fence. The black and white checkerboard of Freemasonry, good and evil. Now, their ultimate plan is to create a worldwide religious dictatorship that rules all the races from the Jewish country of Israel. And they're going to do that through the three Abrahamic religions, Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. This is their ultimate dictatorship plan. They're the masters of lies and deception. Freemasonry and Christianity are like franchises, sort of like Burger King. There are Burger King franchises spread all around the world, one franchise at a time. It's the same thing with Freemasonry and Christianity. Freemason lodges spread all around the world, one lodge at a time, just like how Subway franchises spread. Christian churches spread all around the world, one church at a time, brainwashing local people with their fairy tales. But these cults, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, these are not who you are. These are brainwashing cults. Have you ever noticed all famous people, all actors, singers, and sports figures who are on TV in the mainstream media, they always push Christianity, or so they thank God on stage when they win a prize or win a championship or whatever? That's because they're all Masons and they're told to push Christianity. Now, the way that you stop this world religious dictatorship is by not participating in any of these Abrahamic religions. You have to remember who you really are. You are your race. That's right, you are a member of your race. Go look in the mirror. You're either a white European, or you're a black African, or you're an Asian, or you're Hispanic, or an Arab, etc., etc. So what you must do, you must create social groups for your race. So let's say, for instance, you're a white European. You have to create white European community centers and European school for white kids. Or if you're black, you create black community centers and black African school for black kids. Now, while you're doing this, taking care of your race and organizing your race, that doesn't mean you become enemies of other races. You actually become friends and allies of other races. And you let the other races create their own community groups and create their own schools and have their own spaces and do their own thing and become who they are. But at the same time, you can have alliances and friendships with them. And you don't have to use violence doing any of this. This is a totally peaceful social plan. Just peacefully start creating clubs for your race. There is no future for white Europeans race mixing themselves out of existence. You often see, in Western countries, white countries, diversity, inclusion, and investment, or whatever the hell it is. But so basically, only in white countries they keep pushing diversity and inclusion, and they want all the races to be included in all parts of society, all schools, all clubs, all everything. So basically, white people don't have their own space that way. Now, you don't see this being pushed in Asian countries, in Japan or Thailand or China. You don't see diversity and inclusion being pushed over there. For instance, I was in the Philippines and Thailand. I'm a white male. I'm not allowed to buy property there. They're not. I couldn't own real estate in the Philippines or Thailand because they don't allow people of other races from other countries to own property there. You'd have to have a local Thai person or a local Filipino person have the property in their name, because they're not pushing diversity inclusion. Their countries are a place for their people. It's like your home. Like, you don't have everybody in your house. Is your house all diversity and inclusion for everybody over the planet? No, you have to have your own private space for your family, right? So your house is your private space for your family, and everybody outside, they have to get their own space. And that's sort of like that's the way it is for races too. All the races have to have their own house. You know what I'm saying? That's their country, is their house. So you can't have everybody up in your house. They have to have their own house. So you have your house, they have their house. So if white people don't have a place, a home that's theirs, how are you going to survive for 1,000 years as a race, as a people? So it's up to people of other races, like it's up to black people and Arabs and Asians. It's up to them to all realize that white people need their own house, they need their own space, they need their own home, and to just peacefully allow that to happen. Because only in white countries is this diversity and inclusion thing being pushed, where white people can't have any space of their own, because it's not being pushed in Arab lands, or it's not being pushed in Africa. It's not being pushed in India. It's not being pushed in China. So all the other races, they already have their homes, and this diversity and inclusion mantra isn't being pushed in their countries. So they have their own houses. I'm not trying to go move into their house. You know what I'm saying? I let everybody have their own house and their own privacy so they can be themselves and be their own family. And that's sort of what races are. They're like the extended members of your family. So if you're white, every other person you see who is white, they're an extended part of your racial family. And so, white people need their own countries. They need their own schools. They need their own neighborhoods, et cetera, their own clubs, social clubs, community clubs, schools. And I think all races deserve to have their own home. You know what I mean? Everybody needs a home. But, the people who control Hollywood, the anti-white racists, they don't want white people to have a home. They're actually at war with white people. They hate white people. So they're trying to do every single thing they can, left, right, and center, to undermine white people being a cohesive group of people. Now, if you look at all the cults that I mentioned, Freemasonry, Christianity, Judaism, Islam, not really Judaism, but Christianity and Islam, they are all race-mixing cults. Like Freemasonry, anybody of any race can join. Christianity, everybody of any race can join. Islam, anybody of any race can join. But that's not so with Judaism. So basically what these groups do, they let anybody of any race join, and then they try to change your identity from being a member of your race to being a member of that cult. So what you have to do, you have to reject these worldwide race-mixing cults and create clubs for your own race, such as community centers or schools. Then make alliances with other races. Your race really is who you are. You can't change your race. I mean, you can quit Freemasonry, you can quit Christianity, you can quit Islam, but you can't quit being your biological race. And this is what the dictators of the world, they want you to forget about. They want everybody to forget about your race because they want to control you through these cults. And that's why they don't want people to talk about race, because that's the way to check them, is you go back to your tribe, because they don't want you to actually wake up to who you are and who your people really are. So that's how you check this worldwide dictatorship plan with these religious cults. You do it through race. You reject religion and you embrace race. So reject these, because these religions are made up fantasy bullshit anyway. So reject the made up religions and embrace your race. Embrace your people. Create clubs and community centers for your people. Create schools for your people's children. And then you make friends with all the other races and let them have their own clubs and their own community centers, so they can be who they are, who they were meant to be. And there you go. That's how you check the Freemasons and the world dictators' ultimate plan for world domination, is you reject their religions and you embrace your race. And you don't hate any other race. You can become friends with other races and make alliances and trade with them and everything. You can do whatever you want. Just make sure you take care of your own race first, right? So to all you white people out there who are constantly being smeared in the mainstream media and slandered, don't put up with anti-white racism anymore, or anti-Europe. You can say white or European, whatever you prefer. I don't care. But don't put up with anti-white or anti-European racism anymore. Anybody who's like spouting that off, shun them and challenge them on it immediately. And just don't put up with it anymore at all. And like I said, you don't have to hate other races either, or slander them, or disrespect them either. Right? Respect people of other races. And let them have their own home and their own space and their own institutions. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.